Today we're going to talk about converting fractions to decimals. Whether you're talking about decimals or fractions, both of these are part of a whole, meaning that both of them are going to be less than the number 1. So you're actually going to be working with smaller numbers than what you're used to. Now as 5th graders, you're going to end up going down to the thousandths place. I know with 4th and 3rd, you usually stop around the hundredths place. I'm going to show you what 1/10, 1/100th, and 1/1000th will look like as a fraction. So 1/10 looks like this, 1/100th looks like this, and 1/1000th looks like this. And then as a decimal, it's 0.1 for 1/10, 0.01 for 1/100th, and 0.001. Now, both of these sets of numbers with your tenths, hundredths, and thousandths, whether you write them as a fraction or a decimal, they are equal. So 1 over 1,000 or 0.001, both are going to equal the same thing. Another key thing is kind of as we're moving our way down, our numbers are they're getting larger, like bigger, but the value is also decreasing. So whenever you have a decimal number, just because it's like a big or a long number doesn't mean it's worth a lot. Now below here, we're going to talk about going from a fraction to a decimal. So all these fraction numbers at the bottom, we're going to change them to a decimal place. There are a couple of tricks that I follow. First off is go ahead and write your decimal so you don't forget. The biggest trick I can tell you is however many zeros are in the denominator will tell you how many place values you need to put after the decimal. There is 1 0, meaning that there will be 1 place value after the decimal. What goes in that place value? Whatever your numerator is. So you have 0.7, which represents 7/10. If you go to 87 over 100, same rules apply. Write your equal sign. Don't forget it's a decimal. However many zeros you have will be how many place values you need. And what goes in it? Well, your numerator number, 87. The last one, number 3, can get a little bit tricky. The trick still works, or the little cheat code still works. However many zeros in your denominator means how many place values you have. 1, 2, 3. But the question I get a lot is you only have 2 numbers up top here. So am I going to put the 2 numbers right here? Am I going to put the 2 numbers right here? Well, think about it. If you're going to you want it to still be a 91. So if I was to put the 0 right here at the end, that doesn't look like a 91 anymore. That looks like a 910. But if I was to put the 91 here and put the 0 at the beginning, it's a funny looking 91, but it would still represent a 91. So that's how that would work. Now, if I was to change from a decimal to a fraction, I would say there are a couple of tricks that work. First off is go ahead and put an equal sign and go ahead and write down your fraction bar. Now the first part's super easy. Whatever number is after the decimal is going to be your numerator. Now you have a couple options. Either the denominator is going to be a 10, 100, or 1,000. So you got to be able to figure out which one it is. Well, you know there's going to be a 1 at the bottom. So how many zeros are going to be there? Well, however many place values after the decimal point, that's how many zeros you need to write. So there's 1 place value after the decimal, 1 0. Same thing. Whatever is after the decimal is your numerator. Put a 1. How many place values are there? 1, 2. Put 2 zeros, 27 hundredths. Same thing, 46. 46 is your numerator. Your denominator is going to have a 1. And how many zeros? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.